It's a nice day.
It is a very nice day. So this is real informal. So yeah, we can just start and then
Okay.
yeah. So what have you been doing today?
Nothing. It's been awesome. Not having kids is great. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, I set my alarm for like 8:30, and it went off, and I fell back asleep, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to pick up my girlfriend at. I told her 9:30, and I rolled out of bed at 9:20. So we ended up going to a different church with a later service.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What church did you go to? Which was the flavor of the week?
We did Redeemer again.
Redeemer again?
Yeah, because we were gonna go to Church on the Rock with one of my cousins. Because and then I texted her. I was like, hey, they weren't even there this morning. So I'm like, oh well, what the hell? So yeah, we didn't. We just went to Redeemer again.
That's cool.
That's all right. The band is good.
That's the one thing about Lubbock, Texas. There's not a shortage of churches or musicians or bands that play in these churches.
Exactly. So, welcome to the Breaking Hyman podcast. My guest is Thomas Walker.
What's up?
So you play with Shane Rogers as your main project, is that right?
Well, so I'll go down the list.
Yeah, dude, all of them.
So I came to college, and I wasn't being in a band or anything. I was just going to school. I just want to focus on that because I played in high school and all that. But
were you doing church?
I did a lot of church stuff. I started at Heights Baptist, playing with the youth band there, and then I came to Tech, and I was like, I don't know if I want to pursue that because I know there's no money in it.
Yeah.
You know, I knew there was no money going into it. So worked on my education.
Yeah.
I dropped out. Got my heart broken, and I dropped out of the speech pathology program.
Yeah, okay, speech pathology. I was going to ask what program
and
you were in.
I really didn't have my heart broken. I was just being a big old titty baby. And
don't downplay it.
I was being a young man, you know.
Heartbreak in your 20s is...
I mean, I called it off, too. So
really?
It was difficult, but I had to call off. But it was the right move. I met my wife, and it's been great.
Good move.
But then, so then in college, I was like, man, I need to make some money.
Yeah.
And I have this small ability to play 3 chords, so let's just do that. And
I bet you were better than that.
I started going to the Spoon Open Jam with John Sprott.
Okay.
And Sean Frankhauser and all those guys, and they taught me the ropes. And
That's where you got your chops.
And then I started playing with, a lot. Trial by Fire.
Yeah.
Trial by Fire. It was crazy. But and that was back when the Spoon was rough.
I never went there back then.
Dude, it was wild. Thinking about it nowadays, I'm like this little white boy with X's on my hands in there. So,
well, it was kind of a biker bar back then, wasn't it? I mean, it still is to a certain extent, but not.
It's non-smoking now.
It's non-smoking, so a lot of the bikers stopped going.
A lot of bikers stopped going. So I did that for a while. Then I played with a guy named Seth Savage for a while, and that, it was just a college band that kind of broke up. And then I played with a guy named Cruz Duke, college band, but he had a lot of backing, I guess. A lot of financial backing, so he was able to make things happen. We played the Super Bowl twice in Indianapolis for the tailgate party there, and in Dallas when it snowed.
That's
we
crazy.
had Snowmageddon. It was it took 17 hours to get from Lubbock to Dallas in a dually with a trailer.
So that's over 3 times as long as it should take.
Yeah. And so
that's insane.
After that, then I joined Shane Rogers, and I kind of stuck around Lubbock, and we toured. Yeah. We toured a lot. I mean, Weekend Warrior stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went with I can't believe how many bands it's been.
Yeah.
After that, it was 40 Thieves, I think.
Yeah.
And then Ronnie and the Redwoods, and then let's see, who was it?
You never
then
played.
Chad Miller, and then that's it. I think
you never played with 40 Thieves when they were Dick's Hat.
No,
just 40 Thieves.
I kind of filled in at the very tail end of it, which sucked because I really loved that band.
Yeah, no, I remember. I may have saw them a couple times when they were Dick's Hat band, but then I remember seeing 40 Thieves. I'm like, oh, that was just Dick's Hat band.
Yeah,
and I think they were playing at the Office or something. Way back in the day. I wonder if you were on that gig because I wouldn't have known you then, but who Kelly was their drummer.
Yeah, Kelly
the whole
Knowles,
time, right?
Kelly Knowles, man, he's awesome.
Yeah,
he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy because I never played in any bands here in town. Like I would play with friends, I would play out. Like I still do. It's funny you mentioned John Sprott because he was sitting in last week at the O-Bar Jam. So I'll play with John usually once or twice a month. Usually when he comes in, but it's just insane the talent of that guy. So, what did you learn from him, or was it just?
It was
like Follow me for the changes.
Well, yeah, I mean, a little bit of that, just the rudimentary stuff that, I grew up playing like rock and stuff like that in Houston, alt rock stuff.
Yeah.
So it came out to Lubbock. It was a whole new, I never heard of a lot of the bands everyone had been established.
So
out
Texas
here.
country wasn't really on
Never
your
heard-
radar
never heard
back
of it.
then. Yeah.
Like I'd never heard of Stone LaRue or any of those guys. So, or Jason Boland or those guys. So, and I really wasn't like a huge fan of it just because I wasn't raised with it.
Yeah.
But man, after playing with the Turnpike Troubadours opening up for those guys,
Oh, when did y'all open for them?
in Canadian, Texas, at this big festival thing they had.
Damn.
And we had no business being on that stage.
Sure.
They taught us the ropes, man.
Which band was it that opened for them?
That was Cruz Duke.
Yeah.
Cruz Duke. He's from Canadian. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So
it's a small community. up there.
yeah. See, I don't know if is Cruz Duke, is that the guy? Is that his name or is that the name of the band?
That's
okay.
yeah.
The both.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like Marilyn Manson.
Now he's in like law enforcement.
Okay, I was going to ask because I've never heard that name, Cruz Duke.
Well, I think he like the Duke Ranch.
Duke, okay.
Up in Canadian or
So
something.
he had family money. Is that how?
A little bit. I mean, his dad worked really hard.
Okay,
And they came
yeah.
from nothing. But now they have a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of like when
American Dream, right
Yeah,
there.
when Brett was playing with John Wolfe, that dude came from rodeo. He was a rodeo guy,
Bro.
and he had money from rodeo stuff. But then he also had his own tequila brand, Juan Lobo
That's it.
Tequila.
That's it. You get a little attention and
Yeah.
you find a way to make money in other things.
Yeah, I was asking him, I was like, how do they? It's like, well, basically, if you want your own tequila label, you just go down to Mexico, you tour tequila factories, and you're like, I like this one.
Like, cool.
Let's slap a label on it, and I'll give you money.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. I think that's how like George Clooney got into the tequila business.
Well, George Strait has his own, I think, right?
I think you're right. Yeah, a lot of those
It's like,
motherfuckers do.
Is it really that great, or is it? I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I have no
But
idea.
we were talking last night when you were hanging out. So you remember meeting me through Jeremy Borden, but I remember meeting you whenever I was with Brett and you were playing with Shane at was it called the Lone Star Bar in Midland?
The Lone Star Bar.
Yeah, the place where the owner would like get into fights with patrons and pull guns
Yeah.
on them and stuff.
I don't think he's the owner anymore.
I don't think he is either because if you're doing that, but
He always paid us. I will
No,
always stick by that.
I don't.
He always paid us.
I don't think. I think he was probably just a little bit.
He's a wild
wacky.
card, man.
Well, I remember his girlfriend or wife or something was hanging around, and she was like kind of making sure everything was cool. Me and Shad was playing bass with you guys that night, and me and Shad were out back smoking weed, and she smelled it. She's like, "You guys don't smoke so close to the door. Everybody's gonna smell that." I'm like, "We're closed. The bar is essentially closed. What do you care?"
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
It's the middle of Midland.
I went out with Brett a couple times when he was still living here. He'd be like, "Hey, you want to go to Midland for a Saturday?" That was when I was still married.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go to Midland and hang out with you.
Let me get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when I was married, we didn't do a whole lot. We would just stay at home. So I'm like, yeah, let's. Yeah, I think
That's
that
where
was.
I'm at now. But.
Yeah. So are you touring much at all? It's just the weekend
Right now,
warrior
I'm
stuff.
freelancing. I've been talking about coming off my old album for months and years and years and years. Really.
Do you have songs or is it okay?
I just don't release them because they're not mastered and they
Yeah.
don't sound perfect.
Yeah.
So you just beat yourself up over that stuff.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, I just cannot compete with somebody whose daddy gave them a ton of money for recording equipment.
Yeah.
I got to do what I got to do.
I mean, shoot, I used to. It's been a while, but I would just plug everything. I have a Scarlett Focusrite, and I just recorded through GarageBand, and it doesn't sound great, but it sounds better
good
than
enough.
than what I could have done 20 years ago.
I think the point is to get the art out.
Yeah,
art,
it is.
Art for me has always been something more internal. I never cared about being popular and doing it. So.
No. I mean, I always like the live performance aspect.
I
I
think that's the reason why I stayed in it so long. Because if I was trying to do the album, and try to do my own brand thing, I don't think I would have stayed in very long.
Yeah.
I just can't. Again, I cannot compete with like say Taylor Swift, right? Like she didn't grow up on a farm. She grew up on a vineyard. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like
On a
very, very big
Canadian
difference
vineyard.
there. And if you have the backing, like I know some really successful bands right now that have like the backing. When you have the backing, man, it's pretty much unstoppable.
It's the same thing with like stand-up comedy. It's like a lot of these really successful stand-up comics like Bert Kreischer, dad was a lawyer. Tom Segura's dad was like a really successful in the insurance business. They can finance their careers via the pops, go move to New York or LA and do
It's funny,
stand-up.
you see a lot of artists out there with a safety net.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like a lot of us don't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my wife, and she
Sure.
has a good job, but
Yeah. Yeah. I used to
Man.
have one of those. Not a safety net though. No.
No.
Yeah. It was basically like I was her safety net. She was my safety net, and we're like, all right.
oh, codependent. That's
Yeah.
great.
Codependency sucks. But man, so what's the stuff, your own songs that you're writing? Like what genre?
Man, that's the hard part because I love
Well,
I love
probably
metal.
not country though.
I like not country.
Not country,
But
no.
if I do, it'll be more Americana. But
Yeah.
Americana with some synth and stuff.
Yeah.
In it. So
There is so many like cross pollinate. I don't know if you call it cross pollination. Yeah. Like genres. You know, like. What I hate though is the country that like, oh, we have hip hop beats and like, no,
dude, the
that
trap
doesn't
beats-
work.
Trap beats from the acoustic guitar. As soon as I hear that, I turn it off.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Earle would like back in 15 years ago, he would do like put like weird vocal processing and put like weird beats and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't hate that, but it was still like you're doing a Townes Van Zandt cover with like a weird sound on the harmonica or something. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
weird, but synth stuff is cool. So do you play keyboards or is it just
I know the notes.
you know the notes?
I know the
Okay.
notes,
Yeah.
and I can make chords with it. I can play with my right hand pretty good. Left hand is
Yeah.
a little wonky, but
Yeah.
keyboard, like as far as an instrument goes, keyboard you can do everything on it, man.
Yeah, I wish I had started on that.
I started on, but I hated it because I had
Really?
to go to a lady and do a piano lesson with an old lady.
Yeah. Did all your
The spider
siblings
on the wall.
do that?
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah,
That piano, like I grew up with a lot of noise.
a lot of
in the house.
noise. Yeah. Well, sure. And you're one of 6 kids.
Yeah.
Damn, I
And
can't
we
even
all
imagine.
played piano, and
Yeah.
my parents would just be like, "Here's a bunch of instruments in the living room.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna put our headphones
We're
in.
gonna go make more of y'all."
Yeah, exactly. Where do you? I know you've got a twin brother. Where do you and your twin fall in?
We're
the
right in
order?
the middle.
So you got 2 older, 2 younger, and then you and what's your twin's name?
Tim,
Tim and
Tom.
Timothy and Thomas.
TNT Dynamite.
Yeah, it's funny because I have a friend, Tim Owens, and he's a twin, but his brother's Jeremy. Tim and Jeremy. So Tim and Tom, Tim and Jeremy. Yeah, Timothy and Jeremy. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's funny that. So, how are y'all identical or fraternal?
We're fraternal.
Fraternal. Okay.
He took after my dad's side. I took after my mom's side. And,
okay.
So I have one older brother. He did the Navy thing, and then my older brother Chris.
Yeah.
He's down in Chicago doing advertising. He
Holy
has like
shit.
Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that. And
Holy
then
crap.
my twin, he's a teacher at a Catholic school. He teaches physical education out there. But he's like, it's like nice. Like the kids have Porsches.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not like a regular Catholic. Like this is
Yeah.
like high, and he teaches strength training. These kids are strong, man.
Yeah.
My twin is
Dang.
strong, man.
Yeah. So what did y'all both do gymnastics?
Yeah, we all 6 of us did gymnastics,
six.
except for my little brother. He got out a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
When mom got cancer, she was like, "We're doing too much of this.
Yeah.
They want y'all to start going to school at the
Yeah.
gym." And I was like, "We're not gonna do that." I was
Yeah.
like, all right. So she got cancer, and I was kind of ready to play some contact sports.
Yeah, sure.
I was at
sure.
that age.
Well,
yeah.
being homeschooled too, I didn't get the opportunity to get into that because I think we had the opposite experience. You were like high school for
High school and private
yeah,
Christian school.
private. Yeah, see, I was public school for elementary and then junior high school homeschooled. So we had a basketball league, a homeschool basketball league. We sucked. There weren't any black kids. So we were all terrible. I was tall. I was like sadly one of the better players, chubby white kid,
Yeah.
but I was kind of tall. So
You're kind of tall. That's all you need in basketball. I hated being short. I love basketball. I was just too darn short.
Yeah, exactly. So how was the private Christian school? Was it better or worse than homeschooling?
It was better in the fact that we had more social.
Right, yeah, of course.
The social aspect. I have a girlfriend.
Sure.
You can't do that in
Yeah.
homeschool. And
No.
if you do date another homeschooler, they end up being kind of crazy. So
Point in case, I'm married
like,
a homeschooler.
there
Yeah.
are 3 different types of crazy homeschoolers. Like there's the semi-normal ones with parents that have an education.
Yes.
And they're able to teach them actual stuff. Then they got the farm kids.
Yeah.
And then you got the kids like the 15, the one at 15.
Yeah.
And all of them like make a perfect score
Yeah.
in their SAT because there's nothing else to do but educate themselves.
I've known a lot of those. There's also another category, the kids that were so bad that they got kicked out of school, and then the parents are like, well, I guess we homeschool you now.
Yeah.
Like, we knew some of those here in
So
Lubbock.
I went to the cheapest private school in that area. So we get
really?
the kids to get kicked out of public school. The parents didn't.
Oh,
homeschool,
really?
So we got some of
Okay,
those.
okay.
So I had like a bunch of really good kids and like
Yeah.
a few really bad kids.
Yeah. So the bad ones are the ones like, hey, if you want to weed, you go talk to
Yeah.
talk to them.
Yeah.
Man. It's so funny because like with being, so I went straight from being homeschooled to going to Lubbock Christian University.
Yeah.
So, and living with my parents. So, like any of that. So did you have like a crazy college experience? Like when you were out on your own?
When I was out on my own, not really, because I came up here to Tech and I went to South Plains. I was really trying to make. I didn't do well in high school.
Yeah.
As far as grades go, because they taught us very one-sided views on things. So I knew I was being lied to about a lot of things. So I never really trusted that. So I decided to give education one more shot, and I did. I did way better in college. But I went to Tech with my brother, and I got to room in Murray Hall, which is like the apartment, my freshman year, which not a lot of people get to do.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, I did all that, and that's pretty much my college experience was that. I mean, I got pretty crazy when I got in the bands and bar scene.
Yeah. Did you get your degree? Did you finish up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What
did your
I just got a
degree?
university studies degree.
Okay,
General
university studies.
degree.
Hey, shout out general studies.
I know a lot of successful people that have that degree.
My coworker, one of my coworkers, advisor in my department, she has she actually is the only one of the 4 advisors that has any background in biology, because one of her general studies, because it's like 3 minors, is how it is now.
Yeah.
So one of her minors was biology. So she actually has more biology than any of the rest of us, and we're all advisors in biology. So,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, it's oddly enough, I certified to become a history teacher. Was homeschooled, but never ended up doing that.
I looked into it. I taught at Lubbock Independent School District as a glorified substitute because I had a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
That was stressful. After doing that, I was like, you know what? I don't think teachers for me. They don't pay me.
What do they pay subs, like $100 a day or something?
At that time, I was getting $18 an hour. Or
that's
something like that.
ridiculous. And
it was pretty crazy because I didn't know the public schools were as bad as they were. So.
And it was LISD.
And it's not the schools. It's the fact that parents don't give a shit about the kids.
Well, me and my
treat
girlfriend,
it like a daycare.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend were talking about this earlier because I was like, just those conversations you have, like, so if you had kids, would you want them to go to public school or private school? Which her not being an American, she was like, well, I don't know. And she was asking me, like, honestly, public schools are highly dependent on what neighborhood. Like, if I were buying a home in Lubbock with the intent to have kids, Cooper or Friendship, I would not want LISD schools. Yeah.
I live right behind a Friendship school, and it's a good school.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sad that, like, hey, this is the wealthy part of town, so the taxes of these people. Like, I feel like just because you don't live in a high income neighborhood, your kids shouldn't miss out on being in
I mean,
good
how are you
schools.
supposed to get out of that situation?
Yeah, but
you never get an education.
Yeah. The LISD is like also me and my buddy Bryce. You know Bryce. We were talking about how kind of it's shitty because Lubbock LISD is suffering because everybody that has money are in Cooper or Friendship School District. So all of their taxes are going not to Lubbock Independent School District, but to Cooper or Friendship or private schools.
It's not just that. It's like living expenses in Lubbock have gotten crazy because of LP&L. As soon as we got an opportunity to buy a house, I was like, we're buying right on the edge of Friendship.
Or y'all, South Plains Electrical Cooperative? Yeah.
Saving a ton of money.
Yeah. See, and whenever I was living in Amarillo and Canyon, we had Excel.
Excel?
Yeah, it was better. It was one of my buddies was like, "Hey, I'm wanting to get away from Reliant," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. You're not gonna be any better off.
Either way, you're gonna pay.
Yeah, out the nose. Yeah, if you can get away from,
especially in the summer in Lubbock, man, it gets hot.
I was running my AC constantly, and my electric bill was like over $100 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but so okay, right now are you just doing weekend gigs pretty much?
Right now I'm just doing weekend gigs, trying to figure out what my next game plan is. I'm looking for a really good day job.
Hire Thomas. Seriously, I mean, you got a degree.
No criminal record.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's probably not common among the Lubbock music scene.
Unfortunately,
everybody's got a mugshot.
Musicians, like it's like one or the other. You got like the really crazy ones, and you got the really normal ones.
Oh yeah, no, and I know a lot of both.
Like really straight edge dudes.
Yeah.
And then there's a few of us in between.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot of us.
As long as you've never been arrested, you don't have a criminal record, you're good.
Yeah.
All of when my comedian friends found out I've never been arrested, never like have a mugshot. They're like, dude, we need to get you arrested. I'm like, the fuck?
Like it's a rite of passage?
Yeah, that's kind of what they think. I'm like, I've never had a DUI. I've never, no solicitation, no possession of a controlled substance, none of that shit. I've kept my nose clean, so to speak. And I plan to. I mean, my mom would die if I had to call her to bail me out. Dude, I don't want to put her through that.
I have 5 siblings, and I couldn't imagine going through that. Hey, you've got to collect call from Lubbock County.
Exactly.
Like,
So your twin came to Tech too?
No, my twin went to Baylor.
Oh, dang. Oh, so
and
he
my
wanted.
brother went to Baylor.
Okay, so one of your brothers came to Tech though?
Yeah.
But he got the hell out of here whenever he graduated?
Yeah, he graduated and started a advertising company.
So did you meet your wife while you were in college?
I met my wife at O-Bar Jam.
Damn, dude.
Back in the day, I was too poor to drink, and she was the DD for the group.
Okay.
So we both met sober at a bar. So we both wear the same shoes.
That's the beginning of something beautiful.
I guess.
16
years later,
there's no way in hell, right now, being 43 years old, and we talked about this, I would never date a woman I met at a bar. Now, I know better. I tried it a couple times, and it did not work out.
Hey, sometimes it works out.
Sometimes, but I mean, that would you met her 16 years ago. That's before dating apps were like.
That's true. I've never had a Tinder. I've never had any of that stuff.
I only had it. Well after I met
because if I was a single man in my 20s right now, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and
I do things old fashioned.
Yeah. I was listening to a stand up yesterday, Matt McCusker. He was talking about it's like a lot of these young dudes are like, oh shit, why would I be on a dating app? That's like he's like, dude, you can lay in bed and just meet women this way. You don't have to go out. I think
they're kind of missing out on the chase, though.
It is a little bit, but I met my girlfriend on Facebook dating. She just happened. I got lucky because she moved here for grad school and didn't really know how to meet people, and she's too busy with school. She doesn't want to date somebody in her program because that would be weird. So I got lucky that I actually met somebody worth dating on a dating app. But a lot of times, yeah.
I don't know. I'm so out of the scene at this point. I have no idea. I
hope you're never back in it.
Again, I get to the point like women in their like mid to late 30s. You're just nice to them. They're like, he's hitting on me. And I'm like, I'm just being nice. I'm just being the way I was raised. I thought I was just be nice to you,
Well, if it's weird. I think there's this whole thing with guys that are guys are having a hard time finding dates, and women are having a hard time meeting guys that don't want to date. Yeah. So it's like this weird thing. It's a supply chain.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's not an I
think a lot of people are missing the fact that there's still a thing called romance out
there. There is. Yeah.
And if you chase it, it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I don't know where
you're not going to be a perfect person, but
I don't know where I would meet someone outside of like I've been going to church with this girl I'm dating. I don't know if I would go to church to meet someone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to go to Bible class. I thought about that. I went to church once when I was not dating anybody. I'm like, oh, I could meet one of these girls. I'm like, nope. Like I see a woman doing this, and she's like, nope, she's into Jesus. She's not into any dudes other than Jesus. So, okay. When did you start playing guitar, man?
So, kind of starts off sad. So, I watched Ernest Goes to Camp when I was a kid. There's a scene where the kid had an electric guitar in it. I loved it.
Okay.
And I wanted to do that. I was like 6 or 7. And begged my dad for every Christmas. Begged him. He said, no. Oh, your birthday's coming up. Our Christmas is coming up. But my mom didn't want us to do it because she was pretty fundamentalist on the Christian stuff. She didn't want to have rock and roll playing.
So y'all didn't have like a full band at church, like y'all?
Some of the churches we went to, the church we went to the longest was Calvary Baptist, and that was like a very small church.
Okay.
With just the song director up there with the acoustic guitar. That was it.
Okay.
So that's the kind of stuff my mom wanted. She's like, I don't want it focused on a rock thing. So she didn't want rock and roll in the house.
Yeah.
So when she passed out from cancer when I was 13, my dad got me a guitar that Christmas.
Okay.
So
do you think it was more like I'm finally, he lost his mom. I'm gonna give him this thing.
I think that
that'll cheer him up.
Yeah, I think my dad did a lot of that. But,
I got you. Makes sense.
He kind of spoiled us, but not too much.
Yeah. What kind of guitar was it?
It was an Ibanez RG series.
Hell yeah.
With a whammy bar, and I didn't know how to operate it with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the string locks.
Is that body style? Is it Strat body style?
No, it's like the Ibanez.
Okay. The kind you could stab somebody with. Yeah, it's got the pointy ends. Yeah.
I like metal.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Still
Hell
do.
yeah. What kind of amp did he get you?
Little Fender.
Okay.
Champion 30 amp. It was horrible.
That's everybody's first amp. Either like.
But over the years, I had to like slowly build up my arsenal of equipment, and it
sure.
takes forever because it's so expensive.
It does. Yeah. No. And
So expensive.
being a 13, 14, 15-year-old kid, and you're wanting to like sound.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what the guys on the albums you're using.
I mean, a lot of it's in your hands and how you set your amps.
Yeah.
But if you have garbage equipment, it's always going to sound like garbage.
Yeah. So when did you start acquiring like pedals and stuff?
Oh, when I was like 15, 16.
Okay.
When I started playing at church, I was like, I love this stuff, and that's all I did. So like, my dad would go to work in the summer, and we live in the suburbs, so I could ride my bike around, but there was nothing else to do.
Yeah,
and daytime TV back then sucked.
Oh yeah, if you didn't have cable, there was nothing to watch.
And I was like, I can't watch any more Judge Judy,
Yeah. No.
So I just go back and forth, guitar. And I play like 6-7 hours a day.
Did any of your siblings play guitar, or were you the only one?
A lot of them tried. My little brother got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And my older brother tried. They can play a couple of chords.
Yeah.
They never got into
but
it
you
like
can shred.
I don't know.
I've seen you play it.
I try. It's all smoke and mirrors, man.
Yeah. No, I got you. Well, and also like within the genre, there's a lot of room for like,
Yeah, that's the reason why I think I stuck in the West Texas country scene, because there's still a little bit of rock and roll in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I love the fact that it's all going towards more 90s rock style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is my style. So that's good. But it taught me a lot playing with like older folks. If you're a younger musician out there, play with older folks.
Yeah.
They'll teach you a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And learning from them has really helped out over the years, man.
Yeah. That's cool. So what was like the turning point where you're like, oh, I'm gonna make a living as a musician? Or
when I got paid the first time at some dive bar here in Lubbock, I think it might have been Bash's at the time.
That makes sense.
Back when it was real dive before they redid it. And I was like, wait, I got paid to do this? I can get paid to do this? It was like, kind of had the mentality of, Jerry Seinfeld, who's like, if I can afford a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread a week, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way I went at it, you know, and that's just what I did. I mean, I was in the speech path program. I dropped out, took a general studies degree, and just got the heck out of Lubbock so I could tour, You're only going to be able to have the energy one time in your life to do that.
Yeah. So when did you start playing the blue light? Was it pretty quick?
Probably, oh man.
Because I mean, anybody that's not in Lubbock, that's like the main.
The staple.
Yeah. Has been for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Cook's Garage now too.
Yeah.
They have a really big stage.
Yeah.
Wild West used to be the one.
Wild West, yeah.
I called it Child West
remember
back
that one,
in the
yeah.
day. They had too many kids sneaking in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man. But yeah, I started playing Blue Light a long time ago, and they've been really good to the music community. And when 2020 happened and all these other bars are closing down, I was like, look, you treat the musicians good, we will bend over backwards for you.
Yeah.
This is how it is.
Yeah. I mean, and they've always, the songwriter nights on Mondays and stuff.
Yeah, it's an excellent place for original music. And I've toured a lot, and there's not a lot of spots for original stuff. Everybody just wants a lot of cover band stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money doing that too.
Probably a lot more.
A lot more at this point. Yeah. Some of these cover bands out there are incredible.
Oh shit, dude!
Incredible. You were showing me that one last night.
Yeah. The Dwayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so many people that just they've got the killer originals, but then they're like, well, how do we get people to pay attention to us? We play covers. So when you guys, I remember I think I only saw you play with Shane once, but I mean, y'all did some awesome covers, but then there were the good originals. Like I think y'all played Creep at one point.
Creep, back in the day
did y'all ever have Pete Yorn on your any Pete Yorn on your covers list? That might have been Callahan Divide, because I went a couple times with Brett to I remember somebody was playing Pete Yorn. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think Jeremy might have been singing it. We do Karma Police and we do High and Dry. I sing High and Dry.
Yeah, nice.
And then
you can get that high.
Yeah. That's a falsetto. Voice is not a little warmed up yet.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking love Radiohead.
But yeah, we like to do a bunch of covers, and that's one reason why I love that band so much. It was, if we played a cover, man, it was gonna be fun.
Yeah. I know y'all covered Pearl Jam. I remember "Rockin' in the Free World" was on the set list.
Yeah, we did one of those.
Which that's a Neil Young song that the Pearl Jam covered.
But that was fun.
A lot.
We just randomly did that one night. We're like, all right, adding that to the set.
I fucking love that one.
Like if we're doing a cover, I want it to be kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cover some Foo Fighters, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of Shane's music was original and was fun, and That was my first like real studio album. Been to the studio and really cut.
How much time have you spent in the studio? Have you
At
gotten
my
to
house?
record? Well, just like
That's different.
Yeah.
Actual studio. I've done 3 albums. I did one at Amusement Park with Ronnie and Redwoods.
Okay.
And I did one with who else? I know I've done it like 3
Yeah,
now, so.
yeah. Did you ever get to you said at Amusement Park, Scott Ferris' studio?
Ferris,
yeah, dude. That I've never actually gotten to go in that studio. I've
It's nice, man.
Yeah,
it's cozy.
Yeah,
And it's like he sets an atmosphere of like you getting comfortable.
yeah. That's
Because
cool.
he really wants to bring that out. If you go
Yeah.
in there nervous and you go in there unprepared, he can kind of sense that.
Sure, yeah.
And the thing is, if you're recording in an actual studio, time is money. And you don't want to you don't want to go into a studio unprepared and be like, I don't know, what do you want to do?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the worst.
All right, that's $50 figuring out what song you're gonna play.
That is the bad thing about having your own studio at home, because you're like, I can do whatever I want. It's like too much freedom.
I'll come back to this in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that in a studio. You got to go to work.
And that's another good thing about working with other people too, because they're gonna say, well, let's do this fucking part right now until we get it right. So when you were recording with Ronnie and the Redwoods, y'all did that whole. Did y'all do an EP or
did the whole album? Yeah.
Nice. So all the
Nice
guitar
verse.
playing on that first
And
full
one
length.
mandolin and a little bit of bad backup singing on my part.
Okay, nice, dude. I didn't. Do you is mandolin one of? Did you suggest like let's put some mandolin on here? Or
One
was
of
that
his songs was
idea?
kind of Irishy jiggy.
Okay.
And I was like, it'd be cool if we had like another instrument, instead of just the same old rock stuff. So
Nice, dude.
I threw that on there, and I was like, maybe we'll try it. It was the first time I ever played album with mandolin. So
Yeah.
I tried it. It was all right. I'm not much of a mandolin player.
I love the
can do a few
mandolin.
scales, and I can play a bunch of chords.
See,
That's
I can't.
about it.
I can just do a few chords.
If I go to open jam with it, I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, no, you can't sit in with a band on
Like a
mandolin.
G major, you have to stay in G
yeah,
major.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I learned G, C, and D, and I wrote a song about my balls.
There you
and
go.
I used to take the mandolin to the open mic comedy shows, and I would just mic it up because I don't have like a one with an electric pickup. But yeah, it always was a crowd pleaser. But then I got a ukulele, and that I could.
They're
plug
even
that in.
goofier, man. If you're gonna do comedy,
Yeah,
ukulele.
dude, I want to bring it back.
Mandolin's a little serious.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I fucking love the mandolin because I'm a big dude with a little
guitar
thing.
It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
big dude, little guitar.
If you're a
fat
big guy, get a small guitar. It's awesome.
Well, I got a baby Taylor, and it wasn't small enough to be funny. It just looked weird.
Yeah.
So I sold it and got a full size guitar. Or I think I just traded it to John McDonald over at McLuthier's. I'm like, I don't like this baby Taylor, and we just did an even trade for the the acoustic with the electric pickup I have right now.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Do you have a Martin? Is your acoustic a Martin?
No, I have a Gibson,
Gibson,
Songwriter
okay.
Progressive. It's like kind of a custom.
I knew you had a
did a
very
lot of
nice
custom work, too.
acoustic. Yeah.
I worked a lot on that guitar.
Yeah.
but-
Oh, really? You've worked on it yourself? You do?
No, I paid someone who knows what to do it.
Do you take it to Wally, or do you take it to John?
On the acoustic one, I had to take it to a guy down in Dallas that worked on like Trigger and has worked on like all these big guys.
Is your because
I had to get a new
Gibson
bridge
a
on it.
vintage?
No, it's
guitar?
not vintage, but
Okay.
it's just really nice.
You didn't want a local guy working
And well,
on it.
they wouldn't do it.
They
No local
wouldn't?
guys around there were
Really?
like, dude, this is too expensive. If I screw this
Damn.
up, I owe you thousands of dollars.
Oh,
and
shit, okay.
I don't want to take the risk.
That's
I went to a
smart.
guy who was like, I've done a ton of these.
Okay,
cool.
okay.
Because I had a tune-o-matic bridge on it, and I needed a piezo bridge.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That was a hard one to do. But they got it sounding great, and it's been working ever since. So
I had a lower end Taylor for a little while.
Taylors are good.
Yeah, I liked it. I had to sell it after I got divorced to pay rent. But it's funny because I sold that guitar to Brett, and then when I got married, he sold it back to me when he got married the first time. And then and then I sold it after I got divorced. So the guitar basically just exchanged hands when there was a marriage either happening or dissolving.
Maybe that Taylor's cursed, man.
Yeah, it was. If I probably wouldn't get another Taylor. I'd probably get a Martin or a Gibson if I got another nice acoustic. But I like playing electric guitar so much better.
It's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
I love the finger picking acoustic.
Yeah.
I played a 3-hour set over at the Brass Tap here in Lubbock.
Oh shit.
And my voice was starting to go. You know, singing for 3 hours was easy in my 20s.
Sure.
Singing for 3 hours straight when
Yeah,
you're late 30s. is
especially
hard.
if you smoke or a little.
Yeah, I used to.
Used to.
You know,
No more smoking.
let's do the Zen pouches.
So what kind of stuff do you do in your? That was just a solo set, just by yourself.
Just by myself.
What are you? Are you doing any originals in that set, or
No,
you
that was
mostly
an all
covers?
cover set.
Okay, what
So
kind of
I was
stuff are you covering?
So I did some more some like Radiohead. I did like some David Gray, like some Nora Jones.
Babylon.
No, Nora Jones or This
Yeah.
Year's Love is one I did.
Okay, Babylon's the only David.
But it's
Gray
true because
song.
they wanted some of those crowds seem to they just want to hear the same stuff on the radio.
I've never been to the brass
Same,
tab.
like the bar scene, you know,
yeah.
and that's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind of this stuff. Well, I mean, you've filled in for Casey at Bar PM a time or two, haven't
Yeah.
you? Yeah, and they like to hear. Like, do you set out the book? No.
that's my thing. I was like, I'm either going to jump into that or I'm going to stay trying to be like an artist. You know, I was like, well, I'm not making that much money on my art right now.
Yeah.
But I'm
Get
also
it-
not
get it-
putting anything out. So
Get a day job and just play when you feel like
think
it.
that's-
That's kind of what I do.
I did the road thing. I slept on enough concrete floors.
Yeah. Oh,
I've struggled without having
Yeah.
a back and behind us. I've also gotten to tour in a bus.
Yeah.
I've gotten to see all the
yeah.
sides of it. And it's like, I've done it. I've done it.
Yeah, and I mean that I know enough people. I have enough friends that have done that tour life that I know that I don't want to do the thing where I'm sleeping on couches.
Yeah.
Or I either want hotel or better
Yeah.
if I'm touring. Like because there's this young comic that came through town a few months ago. He was a college student here. And then he moved. He graduated. He moved, but he was coming through. He's like, "I'm touring now," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, dude." And he's like, "So could I sleep on your couch or something?" I'm like, "You're not touring. You're just homeless trying to
Homeless
make
with
it
an
work."
acoustic, dude.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, if you're doing it as a stand-up comic, you don't have to tour with all the equipment, but still,
Yeah.
that would just I couldn't do that.
Just touring with a guitar alone, I couldn't imagine going on an airplane with like a nice guitar.
No, God, no.
I would buy a cheap Yamaha and go for it. You
Well,
know?
I was. Who was it? I was reading about the other day. Was it? I don't know. Some famous guitarist who they wouldn't let him put it in his carry-on, so he bought an extra seat for his guitar. It was Brian May. Brian May's like, I'm not. He was like on the Concorde or something. He was flying on the Concorde, which doesn't even exist anymore, and he had to spend like $10,000 to buy a seat for his guitar to sit next to him.
Oh my
It's like that guitar's not even worth that much, but but it's
so
a one of a
ridiculous.
kind.
But if it's one of a kind,
Yeah,
you can't.
exactly. Yeah, I can't imagine doing that.
My buddy Joel Smith, he was flying to Bahamas playing with Brandon Adams and the Sad Bastards for a wedding down there for our friend Les.
Yeah.
And
They're so good. Brandon Adams, such a good songwriter.
but they were flying down there, and Joel watched his bass get thrown onto the thing, and he's freaking out. And it was from the '60s. Like he has a nice bass from the '60s, and like he got
Like a
out,
P bass,
opened it
or-
up. I think it was a P bass,
Yeah.
and he opened it up, and that headstock was just snapped. And he was furious.
Yeah.
'Cause once it happens,
Yeah, I mean,
on an old neck, that's
Even if it's insured or the
And good luck going through the airline to get that money back. Good
Hell
luck.
no. God damn.
so.
Yeah, I wouldn't. There's no way I'd do that.
I'm not doing. I'm not traveling like that. So traveling like that is hard, and I see it's really hard to watch people with kids try to do that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know,
I never want to make a living as an artist. I know that much. Unless I just like something.
I wish we were in the
happens.
atmosphere to where it was easier to do so, like it
Yeah.
was in the '80s and '70s and '90s.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it's just after Napster. It's like and now this
Napster
is the
and
second
then
Napster.
AI.
Second Napster was Spotify, and then the third Napster that's hitting us is AI.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's really going to be a
Yeah,
hard one.
I try and even like when I'm making flyers for my comedy shows, I try and avoid AI. I just don't like using it. I don't want to rely on it.
I mean that's a slippery slope, right?
It is a slippery
Well, maybe
slope.
I'll do one comedy line using
exactly.
AI, and
Yeah.
then before you know it, nothing's authentic.
Yeah.
Once you sold it once,
I'm not going to punch up my jokes using AI. Like
but you're going to watch a lot of people get rich doing that.
Yeah. But I mean, again,
And then they're going to be put on the spot, and they're not going to.
they're not going to be able
funny,
to do it.
You know,
Because that is one thing with stand up, and honestly, like if you're playing like sitting in with like John Sprott, and you're like, all right, we're going to play some like. AI can't improvise like a real guy can. So, riffing jokes on the spot, but
there's the in-person entertainment. There's still going to be a quality there that people want to see a human being do, but that pay is going to be substantially less.
Yeah, it's getting less all the time.
And I feel bad for the next generation. The generation before me felt bad for me, and now I feel bad for the next generation. I don't know how you guys are going to do it.
Nah.
But We always figure out a way.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be
music,
a
man. It's
very
gonna happen.
expensive hobby. It will always be a very
Golf or owning an airplane.
yeah. I'd rather have
boat.
yeah. Well, like if you go to a rich guy's house and he's a golfer, is he going to have his golf clubs hanging on the wall? No, but if you go to a rich guy's house and he's a guitarist,
Oh, yeah.
he's got
The orthodontist when I was growing up, I won a guitar. I just had got my first guitar. Went over to his house. He has like Steve Ray Vaughan signed guitars and like B.B. King signed guitars.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, he had a revolving wall, like a big conveyor belt with like 3 layers of guitars. And they were all fantastic. It was like one day.
Yeah, one day.
But he didn't get there by playing music. He got there by doing orthodontistry.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
There's a way, those collector guitars are made by doctors and
Yeah.
lawyers. And
There's this girl I went out with a couple of times. Her stepdad was he was like a military contractor. He was like an Air Force guy, and then he retired. But he does like contract stuff for and she showed me some pictures and stuff. He has like a I think a Les Paul Gold Top from like the late 50s.
Nice.
It's like worth hundreds of thousands
Yeah,
of dollars.
especially if it's in good condition.
Yeah,
Original parts. Come on.
So this is his most prized
Original Heart
possession.
Showcase. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean So what? Okay, I don't want to get into too in the woods talking about guitars and shit. But what is your most valuable or most prized whatever that like if the house is on fire you're gonna grab this? Would it be your Gibson?
It'd be my
the
acoustic.
Gibson,
My acoustic because my late mother-in-law bought it for me.
Okay.
Before she passed.
That's those heirlooms. So this like you've seen next time you come over to my place, I'll let you play. I don't know if you've ever played the Strat. It's like a mid 80s American Strat that belonged to my stepdad. That's the one I'm gonna grab. That one and then my acoustic. And this is just a Yamaha FG 200, but it's from the mid 70s and it was my dad's. So those two are the ones that I would like. All right, I'm walking out with these two.
You gotta have one. Or two.
Yeah, exactly. But any of the other ones I can replace. I can replace my Reverend. I can replace the Telly you were playing last night. Those are great guitars.
Here's the deal. It's just a tool.
It is a tool.
But at the same time, it's kind of like a samurai or sword. Like there's something like you're connected to it.
Yeah,
Like it means something.
exactly.
You've gone through a lot of BS with that guitar in your hand.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of beers thrown at me. And
Sure. And it's funny because these two guitars, they barely leave the house. I don't even take when I go to the open jam at O-Bar on Sunday nights, I'll take one of my Reverends or I'll take, that Telly or whatever. I don't take the
I have a 74 SG that never leaves the house.
Oh.
It is the neck on it is fantastic, but I just don't want to take
Did
it
you
to
ever
an O-Bar jam.
did you ever play that with like Ronnie or with Shane?
I just take it out
okay.
a lot more now. I don't take it out very much.
Yeah, I don't blame you. 74, damn dude. Is it red?
It's brown. It's all natural. looking.
Really?
So it doesn't look very fancy at all. But
Yeah.
my wife's dad, who was kind of a stranger at this point, gave it to us for our wedding. I was like,
Oh.
I've had this guitar in my closet for 40 years. You want it? And I'm like, I had no idea what it was. I'm sure. So we sent it over and it was like, okay, all original. Never been touched. All right, no belt buckle rest, nothing.
He didn't even know what he had.
No, he knew what he had.
He knew
but
what he had.
He's also like a
Yeah.
doctorate in biology, microbiology. Or something.
Oh, okay.
did.
Those guys,
He's like, yeah, go ahead, I'm playing.
yeah. Biologists are strange guys. I work alongside them, and they're very. Some of them are like very outgoing, but they're just kind of different people.
Yeah, they're a little different. I know a few of them. Scientists are a weird group.
But hey, you got a guitar. Was that like the dowry? Like here's the guitar.
I guess.
Damn,
I don't. I was like, that's the only time I met him.
Yeah.
I was at her wedding. He showed up. I was like, I'm surprised he's here. Okay.
Did you play that one on the when y'all recorded the Sound on Tap with Ronnie and the Redwoods? I can't remember. Or you were doing you had a Les Paul.
I had a Les Paul. That was one I bought from Shane Rogers.
Okay. Oh. Nice.
That's a Les Paul traditional.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Do you still have that one?
Yeah, I play that one all the time.
Yeah.
That's a workhorse, man.
Yeah. That's
Les Pauls
true.
are like the pickup truck.
I've never owned a Les Paul. I haven't.
Telecaster and Les Paul.
Okay. Yeah. See,
the best.
I found out early on, I'm a Telly guy. The first time I had a the Telly wasn't my first electric guitar, but the first time I had a Telly, I'm like, okay, this feels right. I think my first electric guitar was like a Squier Jagmaster. So it's like the offset body and, short scale neck. I still have not that exact one, but I still have one. I'm like, it's cool, but Telly, it just how in tune it stays. And
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty much perfectly built.
Yeah.
It all depends on what kind of sound you're trying to get out,
So, that's why I like
you don't go mudding in a Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
No, not at all.
That's some redneck tell me that, and I'm after it hard, right?
So you switched from tube amps to what are you playing?
I do the Kemper stuff now, doing digital stuff, and it just makes traveling easier. I would definitely prefer a good tube amp in a room, of course. But it just takes a lot of money to do that.
Yeah.
Like music stuff is expensive, and tubes, especially with the war in Ukraine, they got pretty pricey and hard to find there for a while.
I need to replace. I don't know enough about tubes. I need to replace some tubes in my Vox AC10.
And you got to be careful when you do it. You can electrocute the crap out of yourself.
Yeah. I had you know Drew Seipert, right?
He's genius when it comes to that stuff.
I know.
He loves tinkering with electronics.
Then that was he had a side gig for, I don't know if he still has that, where he would work on amps. I called him up one time because I had a I can't even remember what it was. It was a Fender what are the DeVille, Blues DeVille?
Yeah, Blues DeVille.
Hot Rod DeVille. So one of those. But it just needed a what's the simplest tube to replace? Like a
power tube.
Yeah, I think it was just a
preamp tube.
Yeah, I think it was a preamp tube. He came over, looked at it. He's like, "You just need a new preamp tube." I'm like, "All right. Well, how much do I owe you for looking at it?" He's like, "Dude, don't worry about it. You can go." This was like 7 or 8 years ago, and I bought a new one for like $30 at Guitar Center. Now, how much would those be now? Are they like?
I have no idea because I haven't had.
You haven't messed with it.
I've been doing Kemper since 2017, and back when the day it cost $250 to get all the power tubes, because I played a 100-watt all tube amp.
Okay.
ENGL is it's Engels from Germany. Wonderful amp.
Damn.
I lost it. I was an idiot. I left it outside. And
was it like a boutique amp or okay?
It was a good one, and I can never afford another one of those. Lesson learned. But it sounded great. But I was playing so much, I had to retube it like every 6 months.
Jeez.
I'm spending $500 a year just to have this amp operational.
Yeah.
And I own it. This is crazy. So and then I got the Kemper, and I kind of haven't looked back. It takes a lot of getting used to because you don't have that actual stage volume.
So everything's mic'd up.
Once you get used to playing with the monitors and stuff.
And that's how churches are. Like, you can't even, most churches, like, we don't have amps on the stage.
Yeah.
It's not that, I didn't know that for the longest time. My buddy Steve plays at a church. He's like, yeah, they don't allow. He's like, I've got this. He might have like one of those Mustang modeling amps I think they let him use. But tubes are going the way of the dinosaur.
And it kind of stinks because it does sound better in a room. It does, but we don't need that much power from the stage like we used to.
No, unfortunately not.
Which is fine because you want to protect people's hearing.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I was talking to a while back. My friend Jeff plays with Mickey and the Motor Cars.
Oh yeah.
And
awesome.
they are still very Jeff plays between Mickey, and then he also plays with what's the brother band? Reckless Kelly.
Reckless Kelly, yeah.
So he'll play. Jeff does his own stuff, but I was hanging out with Jeff, and he was doing a opening for Mickey and the Motor Cars, and they were all talking like those guys will not. They're like, we only use tube amps on the stage. Like, you know how much money you could save by not doing that. But
I know it's kind of like the douchey church player thing to do. Like, I got this relic guitar.
Yeah,
you spent $4,000 on a guitar to get it beat up for you.
Yeah.
Like,
I never understood that. I relic it yourself, buy it brand new, and then mess it up yourself.
Yeah, my Les Paul Standard that I have was like, I've actually worn off the paint with my forearm playing hours and hours.
Yeah.
And there's something about that being real, which is cool.
I don't.
Buying it for your church gig and then paid 8 delays on your guitar. Like,
yeah. I sound like the Edge.
Yeah. It's like that's every Oh man.
It's the sound in like modern worship isn't a lot of it just very. It's all delay. It's all
delay and reverb.
Yeah, delay and reverb.
I mean, they know their stuff. I mean, the entertainment value you're going to get from an establishment that can actually afford good musicians. You're gonna get better music. So some of it's pretty kick butt. I can't do it.
Yeah, I
can't do it.
Yeah. Did you ever have like a regular church gig? Were you ever playing?
I was never playing for money anywhere.
Really?
But I was playing high school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they don't pay high school kids to do that.
I had my BC Rich Warlock with all.
They let you on play that on stage at church.
Nice. I was the only one that was willing to go through the embarrassment of getting on stage and screwing up that much.
Nice.
I felt bad for the rest of the congregation. Man, I had to sit through that.
Yeah. Dude, I do you still have that BC Rich?
No, I got rid of it.
I never had one of those. So horrible. Being a teenage metalhead is I was always more punk rock. That was my aesthetic. So I would like get the offset guitars. I had What else did I have early on? All of my first 2 or 3 electric guitars were all like the offset body, like the Jazz Master, Jaguar style, and then I got a Tele whenever I was, gosh, it was after I got married. I got a Tele and I got one of those Fender Champions, like the little 5-watt tube amp. That was my first tube amp. And
there you go.
those things sound cool. They're really cool, but I bought another one a while back, and I'm like, I like the way the Vox sounds better.
Yeah, Voxes are awesome. There's so much good stuff out there. It's just, what are you looking for? What's the one thing you're looking for?
Do you use pedals with your Kemper?
I use all the effects that come in.
All the effects that come in there.
The amps are pretty good. I like the profiles. The effects are pretty good.
I might need to look into one of those.
It just makes it easier. I can push one button and everything changes. Every single parameter.
Really?
I can do the more functions, so all the I can change any parameter.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Damn, dude. I need to look into that.
Because if you try to do that with an analog setup, I mean, that would be tens of thousands of dollars.
Do you watch the rig rundowns? The premiere? Yeah.
It's like my addiction.
Yeah.
Jason Isbell's was really good.
Isbell's is so good. Who did I watch the other day? I can't remember. There was one I was watching. I like the ones where it's actually the guitarist showing them their stuff and not like the roadie, their guitar tech. He's like, well, what Joe Walsh likes to do is I'm like, come on, Joe, just take 10 minutes and show him your shit. So I really like the Mark Agnesi ones, the collection.
Yeah.
Do you watch those?
I haven't seen those, but I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, he went through. I think he did one with Isbell too, and Isbell's like opening cases and showing him. He did one with Peter Frampton. Those are the ones that I really. Oh, Marcus King was the one I watched the other day.
Dude.
He was on the Are You Garbage podcast. Like that's a stand-up comedy podcast. So they usually have comedians on there. And I kind of want to see Marcus when he's at Cook's Garage next month.
I love Marcus King.
Yeah.
Like, that dude is awesome.
Yeah. Have you seen him play live before?
No. I never get to see anyone play live because I'm always busy playing some dingy bar somewhere.
Yeah. He's playing November 5th. I remember because that's my ex's birthday. But he's playing November 5th, which I think is like a Wednesday or something. So I'm going to look and see how much tickets are because I really want. I saw him last year when he was at the Blue Light, but it was just an acoustic set.
Yeah.
That was
not quite the same experience.
It's not the same. It's not the same experience.
He picks up an electric and he turns it to 11.
Well, and it's funny because I told you I went to Kill Tony on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Like he sat in with the band on Kill Tony. I'm like, I just saw him 3 weeks ago at the Cactus, and now he's at the HEB Center and with the full band. But it wasn't like him playing his songs.
Yeah.
So it was. I want to see the him with his band. So I'll probably go see. But he has gear that he leaves in Europe, so he doesn't have to fly. That's why I was thinking about him.
Again, just transporting gear is so delicate.
Yeah.
And then there's thieves everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Tom Petty got like his guitar.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
His like signature Rickenbacker. I mean, like that stuff is crazy expensive. It's irreplaceable.
Yeah. Joe Perry had a 59 Les Paul that got stolen back in like the 80s, 70s or 80s, and then it ended up in the hands of Slash. Have you heard that story?
Yeah.
And then he gave it to he was like, "Here, I'm so rich, I'm going to give my friend." Yeah, I'm going to give my friend a several $100,000.
I would love to be at that point one day. Give my musician friends cool stuff.
Well, your father-in-law just gave you. I don't think he was playing it.
I don't think no. He was
have you ever gotten that SG priced?
When I first got it, I think he overpriced it at like $8 because it had all original. It had like some rare pots in there. So
damn,
I don't know, but now I think it's more like $3.
Yeah, the guitar, unless
he carved his name in the headstock, so that takes the value down a lot. And I would never sell it.
Why would he do that?
It's a family thing.
No. Give it to.
I'm gonna give it to a niece or nephew that gets into it.
That's what I'm gonna do with my Strat. That's because I don't play it that much. So if my niece ever learns to play guitar, I'll be like, here, you can have this. This was your grandpa's.
That's a pretty cool gift too.
It is. Yeah, but yeah, man. So we're almost at an hour. So you can opt out of the final question because this is just a free form conversation. But I always like to ask guests. We call it the Breaking Hyman podcast.
Oh,
so I like to ask the guests how they lost their virginity. It doesn't matter. You choked a little bit. Goddamn. It doesn't matter. And you can opt out if you want to. But you can be as graphic as you want to. Like Rafa, my buddy Rafa, he's like, oh, yeah, let me tell you, bro, or whatever. He got very, you've met Rafa a couple times.
He's funny,
so,
man.
like, the only thing, like, was it your girlfriend?
It was my girlfriend.
How were you in high school?
I was in high school.
Yeah, okay.
Good we were supposed to be at youth group.
Oh, nice.
So I lost my virginity at church. But we were in love. We thought we were in love.
That's the way
and
you
we
go.
were both virgins. And it was good. It was a good experience.
That's how it was
but
for
we
me,
also
too.
grew up. I think she's married and has a bunch of kids now. And
Yeah.
I married my wife, and it worked out pretty good.
Nice,
It
dude.
wasn't some,
Yeah, it wasn't illicit.
We thought, but we thought it was like, oh, we're going to be together.
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Because you got those hormones raging when you're a kid.
Damn, dude. See, I was 23 and I lost. She lost hers to wow, I've never used her name on the podcast. I'm actually gonna have Roy bleep this because I don't like to.
You just don't have any.
I rarely have guests on that know my ex have ever met her, and I met you when we were still together. So yeah, man, that was. But it's funny. I had this conversation with my friend John like a long time ago, and he's like virginity is such a stupid construct. He's like, because like the concept of the hymen, isn't it breaking hymen?
Yeah,
it's like it's not necessarily
not even a real thing. Yeah,
but for guys, there is no this guy's a virgin. You can't take him to a doctor and be like, yeah, I could tell. Or
take him to some Ayatollah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's not a virgin stoner.
Well, what?
That's crazy. That people die over that.
My girlfriend now. I shouldn't say current girlfriend. My girlfriend, current girlfriend. My girlfriend now is Nigerian, and she said a lot of times, like if they will. Like if a girl wants to get married, if her husband's family insists, they will send her to a doctor to make sure she's virginal.
Crazy.
And I'm like, is that a thing or not? But
again, it comes down to like cultural stuff and religious beliefs. It doesn't have anything to do with science.
Yeah, she thought it was ridiculous. But my friend John was like saying, he's like, well, what is virginity? Like, if you get a hand job, are you still a virgin?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, no, because I said, technically, I lost my virginity via titty fucking.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we went all the way, so, eventually. But yeah, the first time.
There you go.
It was titty fucking. So, yeah. Those are virgin titties.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So
that's fun.
Yeah, man, dude. So, do you have anything you want to plug or anything like any? I know you don't have any residencies around.
That's it. I mean, I kind of feel like you just invited like some homeless guy.
Yeah.
This guy speaks. I am going to release an album at some point. I think I'm going to do something, try to get something out before December.
Yeah.
I have all this stuff, but I'm not much of a vocalist, so I've been kind of holding back on recording vocals.
Well, I mean, you get paid. They pay you to sing and stuff, so that's good enough.
Yeah, but again, it's the peer pressure thing of having it perfect and having I've been doing this for so long. People expect me to come out with some incredible thing, but I'm just like, it's going to be done at my house, with cheap equipment.
Do you let anybody listen to what you have before you?
I've had a very select few people listen to it. So I'll send it your way.
I want to hear it. I want to hear what you got. You got, but. Well, thanks for doing this, man.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Yeah, dude.
This is cool. I like doing this. It's my first real long podcast.
Yeah, real long one. So you said you did one with when you were
Quaid Addison.
Quaid Addison.
Things.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was more of a quick questionnaire over music.
Yeah,
so
Well, dude,
radio plug.
We just have a free form conversation, and then it ends with a real dirty question. So
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely a left turn.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Do you have social media you care to plug anything on?
Tommy Walker Music on Instagram.
Tommy Walker Music.
Because I'm going to start. I only have one video up now, and I'm going to start posting stuff.
But I mean, do you post when you play out places and stuff?
I'm going to start doing
that. Come see me play at Brass Tap.
I did that on Facebook. I did on my Facebook, but I need to start branching out of Facebook. It's kind of like a dinosaur.
Yeah, well, it's weird because I was talking to somebody. Facebook is still pretty active in Lubbock. Yeah. It's because a lot of older people are on it. But yeah, Facebook and Instagram, TikTok. When you want to get outside of Lubbock,
that's the thing.
Get attention outside of Lubbock, you go on TikTok.
And I've been really hesitant about getting a TikTok, but I know Casey's doing really well with that, and it's helping out a lot. So I'm like, all right,
yeah, oh yeah,
start building a brand at 38.
Casey and Jim are doing really good, dude. It's never too old to do. I did my first.
Am I too old to rock?
I did my first stand up set at 39, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was 39 years old before I started doing this, and I got paid to do it in. other cities sometimes.
cool.
I'm not making a living doing it, but
You got paid overseas, right?
I got paid to do it in Prague. Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty.
That's so
I
dope.
booked a few shows while I was in the Czech Republic, so that was fun. I don't know if I ever will do that again, but that was kind of a pinnacle. Like if that's the best I ever do. But man, thanks for doing this,
Thanks for
Thomas,
having me.
and check him out. And album coming in. Let's just say 2026.
2026.
2026. Thanks, dude.
No problem.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.